Many people today live as if nothing truly continues after death. So, if consciousness ends at the grave, then errors, crimes, betrayals, and excesses become temporary events without lasting consequence. In this worldview, freedom becomes absolute, as if doing the right thing were foolish, and the world truly rewarded the corrupt. Responsibility would become negotiable, and virtue optional. But this raises a disturbing question. If there is no continuity of consciousness, if there is no moral memory beyond this life, then what prevents freedom from collapsing into indifference? In the mid-19th century, the Book of Spirits confronted this assumption directly. Allan Kardec does not deny free will. He challenges how shallow our understanding of it has become. According to the doctrine, human beings are free. But freedom exists inside a universe governed by moral laws that do not disappear simply because we stop believing in them. As eternal beings, we face all this responsibility at some point, and he asks that directly to those that live in the spiritual realm. So today, we are going to know 4 specific questions of the Book of the Spirits that try to teach us or guide us for a better understanding of life. So here, our first question made from Kardec to the Spirits. Question 1, 843. Has man free will in his actions? The Spirits answer that human beings possess free will, especially in moral matters. While physical conditions, instincts, and social pressures influence behavior, the Spirit retains the freedom to choose between good and evil. The ideal way to interpret this response. This statement seems simple, but it is deeply uncomfortable. It removes our favorite excuse that we are merely products of biology, trauma, or circumstance. According to this view, influence is not the same as determination. The spirit is conditioned, but not enslaved. Freedom, then, is not measured by how easy a choice is, but by the fact that a choice still exists. And with choice comes authorship. You are not only living a life, you are writing one. Question 844. Is the freedom of man absolute? For this question, the Spirits explain that human freedom is limited. It exists within boundaries imposed by physical laws, social structures, and the Spirit's own level of moral development. This answer corrects a modern illusion. Freedom is not the ability to do anything at any moment. It is the ability to choose how to respond within constraints. A child, an adult, and a morally mature spirit do not possess the same degree of freedom. Not because freedom is denied, but because consciousness itself evolves. Responsibility, therefore, is proportional. One is not judged by perfection, but by awareness. This transforms morality from a legal system into an educational one. In Spiritism, we are taught that the true world is the spiritual one, and that the physical world is merely a reflection, a field of trials and refinement, where a spirit can, even if slowly, move closer to its own divinity. For in the end, its destiny is to draw nearer to God, or to become one with Him. A brief pause here. If this topic resonates with you, consider liking and following the channel. We'll continue publishing videos like this every week, and there's much more to explore and learn. Now, let's return to Kardec's work. Question 845. Are certain positions in life obstacles to the exercise of free will? The Spirits acknowledge that difficult circumstances restrict external freedom, but affirm that inner freedom, the freedom of intention and moral choice, always remains. This idea is subtle and demanding. It does not deny injustice. It does not romanticize suffering. It simply states that even when action is constrained, intention remains active. And intention matters. This implies that moral growth does not require ideal conditions, only consciousness. History is filled with individuals who had no power, no protection, no privilege, yet shape themselves inwardly. From this perspective, life does not ask, "What did you achieve?" but rather, "What did you become?" Question 872. Are we responsible for the evil we commit? Response: responsibility exists wherever there is awareness. The more one understands the moral implications of an action, the greater the responsibility for its consequences. This dissolves the fantasy of moral shortcuts. No confession erases responsibility. No ignorance fully excuses awareness. What matters is the state of conscience at the moment of choice. This view replaces fear with accountability and obedience with self-knowledge. You are not punished by the universe. You are educated through it. If free will exists and responsibility grows with consciousness, then moral life is not about avoiding punishment. It is about learning how to live with oneself. So why was a framework this complex, humane, and demanding not taken seriously? Why did a philosophy that united freedom, responsibility, and moral evolution fail to enter the cultural bloodstream of the modern West? Perhaps because it asks too much. It does not comfort. It does not absolve easily. And it does not allow us to hide behind dogma or disbelief. It insists that meaning is not granted. It is constructed, choice by choice, across time. And that may be the most unsettling idea of all. The maturity required to understand this perspective is no longer distant. It is becoming real. For some, these ideas feel unsettling. For others, they sound like fiction. But what once seemed premature is now increasingly necessary. Spiritism, when examined seriously, offers coherent answers to questions that many philosophical systems and religious traditions leave unresolved, especially when addressing universal laws that exist beyond human legislation. Laws that govern not only societies, but consciousness itself. Forces that operate beyond visible structures, shaping the immaterial world, the very realm we originate from, and to which we inevitably return. According to this view, forgetting is not a failure. It is intentional. Memory would compromise experience. Certainty would eliminate choice. We do not remember where we came from so that freedom can remain real. And perhaps that is why this framework, once dismissed or silenced, now begins to resurface. Not as belief, but as explanation. Not as comfort, but as responsibility. And not as myth, but as a missing piece humanity may finally be ready to face.